Good afternoon, EDUC 713. Today is Monday, June 19th, and I wanted to talk to you about module number 3. I hope that you are finding um, that the assignments and the schedule for this course are weekend friendly. I did put in all the due dates now in the site. They are already listed in your syllabus, but I hope that this is helpful for you. All the assignments for this week are due by Tuesday, June 27th at 11:59 p.m. And I certainly got my doctorate while I was working full time. I know some of you are doing summer school, and I just want you to know that it's fine. If you're taking your weekends to be with your family and you're doing your work on Monday and Tuesday, I just want to say I understand. So you do what works for you. Um, I continue to be impressed with the quality of work that's being turned in so far. I really feel like this group of people really has a handle on the subject that you're teaching, and that's really good to see. So week 3 is about electronic tutorials, and I'm sure those of you that are involved in tech integration know about the need for having some electronic tutorials because we all have limited time, and especially if you're getting consistent questions coming in and in again, it's nice to have a tutorial. Our district has found with the adoption of Synergy this year and the volume of questions that we received that a lot of the tech integration has started to create Google Docs to help address some of those questions. Also, that gave staff access to training anytime they needed it. So that's the focus of this week's assignment. I think maybe I'll talk about that first. It's an electronic tutorial assignment, and the idea is that you would come up with some kind of technology training. Think about what needs exist in your own building and what would need to be dispersed electronically, and then you create the tutorial. And the software that you use for the tutorial could be a variety of things. You could use Google Docs. You could use a Google Doc and create it and save it as an EPUB so that it's available on mobile devices if that's a need. You could also design a electronic tutorial using something called S'more. It doesn't matter to me what software you use. It matters to me that you create a quality electronic tutorial that's hopefully relevant for the needs of your school. If you can't think of something that's a current need at your school, you can create it on what you're interested in. But I always think, whatever you can create in class that you can use at work is a bonus. So I do have my Google Docs open here. This is what we often use, I guess, in our district when we want to create tutorials, and then we just share it with whomever needs it. But let's say I want to do, I'll just do blog information. And I'll say here is the address to the blog, and got my link. Insert hyperlink. And if I want to add a picture, I can do that. One thing I would point out is that it's nice to have pictures because so often, obviously in print situations, you can't pay for color because it's so expensive, but you can obviously have color in your electronic tutorials. And then if you want to link this to a video, you can. Let's link it to we'll link it to this channel, for example. Apply. One person did point out that there doesn't seem to be a way to actually embed the YouTube video, which is part of the assignment's directions. I'm okay if you link it to a picture. That is fine with me. I can also post a YouTube video I found that had a workaround using Google Drawing to embed a video, but it's fine with me to just link the video and you'll get the points for embedding. Okay, you can certainly share your tutorial with people using the share button. The other option you can do is if you go to File and you say Publish to Web, File and Download As, there is this extension EPUB, and this will format it for your devices. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it downloads it. And I'm on a Mac, but I believe it will open up in iBooks. And here it is, blog information, new. Oh, and here it is. Let's see if this one works better. Here's my link, and if I click on the picture, it should work as well. That's an option for you. You need to weigh out whether or not you want this to be convertible to a mobile device or not. If you want to just submit a Google Doc, that's fine with me. The other thing I like is S'mores. This site, what they call it is a flyer, but it really it does embed the video and content in a very appealing way. You can have, I think, 3 flyers for free as an educator, and then you have to pay for it. I'm not expecting you to pay for it, but that's just an option. And if you want to use other software as well, you certainly can. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. The other thing is just that we're going to have 2 discussion questions this week again, just like we did last week. And they are right here. One is on mobile devices and bringing in the bring your own device, and is that good or bad? Do we want to give students access to cell phones? How are we going to provide access to internet at home if they don't have it? I think some of you have kind of poked at that topic in previous discussions. I know one teacher talked about getting a essentially like a shoe organizer and putting it in her class and having a spot where the students put their phones, etc., when they come in the classroom so they know where it goes. And then the second one is about creating your own e-content. Some districts have moved towards creating e-books in place of textbooks. And I'm just very curious about your thoughts on that and if you're doing it in your school. And that will be what we'll be doing for Module 3. And the next module will begin on Tuesday, June 27th, and then have that break so you can celebrate the 4th of July with your family. Take care.